It's 9 a.m. and Boo's been looking out the windows and he saw something in the yard, and I was like, it must be something very interesting because he would not take his eyes off of it. And let me see if I could show you what it is. You see this? It's a cat. It looks like it's just relaxing in the yard. And I'm sorry if this is out of focus and shaky because I am super zoomed in. Yeah, it looks like it's just relaxing there. Maybe it's trying to hunt something, I don't know. Maybe it's just trying to take a nap. I hope it's not injured.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, Ditto, and Boo. The Lucky Ferals.
So here's Boo, he's still watching, and the cat is still laying there, and it does not appear to be injured. I just checked the security camera footage, and 2 hours ago, the cat was walking around the yard, and maybe it just wants to relax there right now. Hopefully it did not get injured within the past 2 hours, but I think it's just relaxing. If it's the same cat that I just saw in the security camera footage, this is a cat that I've seen around over like the past week or so. I've seen it near the woods across the street. I've seen it on the security camera footage quite a few times, usually at night or in the early morning. It's a tabby cat similar to Simba, and this one has a really bushy tail, if it's the cat I'm thinking of. There's the cat, and you can see one of the security cameras attached to the chair. And then there's some flower pots, and there's a 5-gallon pail that collects rainwater off the greenhouse. And it looks like the cat is just sleeping. So quite a few years ago, after I moved into this house and before Stella and the kittens showed up, this is how I used to see Hydrox. Like Hydrox would just be randomly laying in my yard in various locations. And then if I went outside, she'd run away. And that's what would happen. If I go outside now, this cat is just going to run away. The cat's not going to stay around. So I'll just let the cat sleep for a while. It looks really happy and content and comfortable. So I think that's good. Also, this cat is right near the game trail. So the grass is starting to grow again in this part of the yard, and there's the fence. So that's where the game trail goes. Well, I call it the game trail because it's where all the raccoons, the skunks, the possums, they all walk. So they go from under the fence opening, and then they go across this strip of grass, and you could actually see the trail, and then they go across the patio. And you can't see it now because of this angle, but the grass is all worn down already. The grass is just starting to come up, and it's already worn down where all the animals walk. So that's really interesting. And I have had people leave me comments saying, well, why can't you just put a fence up to completely fence in your yard? And you have to realize that I don't show my entire yard on these videos. I only show a portion of my yard, and there's no way to completely fence in my entire yard because of the way that it's laid out, and like the location of different things, like the driveway and certain fences and everything. So that's why there's always going to be wildlife walking in and out of my yard. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that, especially when you live right by a wooded area. That's where wildlife live. Wildlife live in a natural environment, and if you're living right next to it, you really have to expect that you're going to have visitors. Like yesterday, I was looking at the security camera footage from my front yard, and there were a bunch of deer having dinner at night on my front bushes. And I was thinking to myself the other day, I was like, oh, they look like they've been recently trimmed. And I was like, that's weird because I haven't trimmed them. Meanwhile, the bushes in the back here are completely overgrown. So it ends up that the deer have been munching on them, which is fine. I've learned to only plant deer-resistant plants and flowers and bushes in my front yard because of that. So anyway, this cat looks like it's fine. It looks like it's just taking a rest, so I'll let it be. I don't know who's attacking who. Splash is in the penthouse and Simba just went in there. Someone's growling. Simba is obviously agitated because of his tail. You could see how he's wagging his tail. All of the cats are upset, meaning Stella and Boo. What are you doing, Simba? What are you doing, Simba? Why are you bothering Splash? Why are you bothering him? You got a problem with him? He's not bothering you. He's taking a nap in the penthouse. You want to take a nap in the penthouse? You guys could share it. You know you could share it. There's plenty of room in there for 2 cats. You know that. What happened, Simba? You were taking a nap and you had a bad dream? Here's Boo. Boo just jumped on the bed because he wants to know what's going on. And there's Stella. Stella's been laying on the bed. So Boo was hanging out on the cat tower in the dining room, and I was sitting at the dining room table working on my computer, and all of a sudden we heard a really strange noise, like a cat was making a strange noise, right, Boo? We didn't know what it was, so that's when I came in here and I saw Simba wagging his tail with his front end in the penthouse. So I knew something was going on. It's okay, Boo, it's okay. Boo gets very upset whenever there's like sounds of a cat fight or a cat disagreement. He's very sensitive like that. Right, Boo? You're okay. You're okay. Stella, on the other hand, she doesn't really care. But we have to remember when Splash and Simba were little kittens, Boo was the babysitter. It was Boo's job to make sure that they were safe. Right, Boo? Okay, you're okay, Boo. You're okay, and the cats are okay. The little kittens are okay. It's about a half hour later. I don't know what's going on because, again, I was in the other room. Someone's growling. Stella and Boo are still on the bed, and they're both looking up at the penthouse. Someone's growling. I don't know what this disagreement is about. There's Simba. Simba, what's going on? What's going on, Simba? What's going on, Simba? Why are you attacking Splash, huh? What's going on? Tell me. What's going on? How you doing, Splash? You okay? You okay, Splash? Splash, you okay? Simba, there's plenty of room for the 2 of you up there. You can both share the penthouse. You could share it. Understand me? Simba, that's your brother. You and Splash are brothers. You're supposed to get along, right? Simba says that's why they fight. They fight because they're brothers. Simba, be nice. Be a nice boy. Here's Boo. Boo says he does not appreciate being woken up from his nap. Right, Boo? And here's Stella. Stella says she has no idea what's wrong with the two of them. It's 9:05 a.m. and look at what's going on here. I just looked out the window. There's a cat laying on the grass. It might be the cat that we saw the other day, because that cat was laying in a very similar spot as this one. It's hard to tell when the cat's just laying there. But if this is the cat with the big bushy tail, then it's the same cat. It looks like maybe it's hunting something, or it's at least watching something, obviously. I don't know what it's doing, but I'm not going to disturb it. I will let it enjoy a beautiful day laying in the grass. It looks like it's fairly young, but it just could be deceiving. Right now, evidence points to it being the same cat, and that would be the cat with the bushy tail. Yeah, see, it's the cat with the bushy tail. It's gonna go under the fence. It almost looks kind of like a fox. I can't see under the fence because the greenhouse is in the way. It's 8:45 a.m. Good morning, Simba. The cats have been watching a blue jay eat birdseed on the patio. I don't know where it went, but Stella's watching from the other room. And there's Simba, he's chattering. You must see it somewhere. Boo was watching from this window. Where's the bird, Simba? Where's the bird, Simba? Where did it go? Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh, guys, look. A big groundhog was just standing on its hind legs on the patio. Simba, where did the groundhog go? Simba, where did the groundhog go? Do you see the groundhog? I can't see it because it's either too close to the house or it went on the side of the house. It was almost like a mini Bigfoot in the yard. Here's Splash. Good morning, Splash. The crunchy plates are still on the floor from when the cats had some crunchies last night. Good morning, Stella. Stella just jumped on the bed from the window. So what I've been doing over the past few weeks is putting up 2 compilations on the weekend. So on Saturday, I've been putting up a compilation of older videos like the Boo Day videos or the Ditto videos. And then on Sunday, I've been putting up a compilation of new videos. Basically a really long vlog episode that documents an entire week with the cats. And since I've been doing that, I've noticed that YouTube does not seem to like that because the overall analytics for the channel are way down. So I'm going to watch those carefully this week and see if they get better. When it comes to YouTube analytics, there usually aren't any coincidences. There's usually something either triggering a positive response or a negative response. And I'm thinking by posting 2 compilations a week, it's triggered a negative response. Maybe doing it Saturday and Sunday has triggered a negative response. Maybe I need to move one of them to the middle of the week. We'll see. So with the recent weekly vlogs, I've been filming them like Friday through Thursday and then editing them like Friday and Saturday and posting on Sunday. But I'm thinking maybe if I change the day that I upload them, I would just film them like Saturday through Friday, edit them Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then post them on Tuesday. I could do something like that. So if you're watching this video and it's posted on a Tuesday instead of this Sunday, that's why I need to play with the upload dates to make the YouTube algorithm happier. I just looked outside and the groundhog was standing right here on its hind legs. It's obviously looking for something. It must be looking for food. It's 9:30 a.m. Stella's watching herself on the tablet.
So I want her like running and jumping all around. Or I was going to give it away, basically. Probably donate it to a thrift shop or something. And I guess because I moved it, then all of a sudden she wanted to use it, and she's used it ever since.
We just saw a good example of why I can't use iPads with the cats, because the iPads are so touch sensitive that we saw that Stella was able to resize the video and just move things around on the iPad. Stella, you're such a smart girl, and the green fabric really brings out the green in your eyes. Stella, look at me again. Your eyes look so green on the green fabric. Her eyes are reflecting the fabric. On her favorite spot on the bed. It's still a very dark and dreary day. Hey, Simba. How you doing? And here's Boo.
He's hanging out on the cat tower in his office. This is Boo's office, this cat tower, and this cat tower. This is where Boo does his job. It's where he looks out the window. Right, Boo? Someone's at the door, Boo. I'm trying to play with Simba, and all he wants to do is rub up against the camera. So I got these for the cats. Where did I get them? I think I got them at like Marshall's or TJ Maxx. These are actually dog toys, but they look like little tennis balls, and I thought Simba would like them. They're a little bit bigger than his pom-poms, but I'm hoping that they bounce more and maybe they're more active and maybe they will act differently than the pom-poms. I haven't opened them yet, so I'm gonna open them now. What's the matter, Simba? You got something in your eye? Okay, you wanna try these? You wanna try? You want the red one? You like red pom-poms. They have a bit of a rubber smell to them. He's gonna try to put the whole thing in his mouth. They're a little bit bigger than pom-poms, Simba, okay? They should be more bouncy. That one's yours? They squeak. I just realized that they're squeaking toys.
It's about 12:30 p.m. right now. And I just went downstairs a few minutes ago to get the vacuum. I keep my Dyson down there on the charger. And when I went down there, I found something. And what I found was vomit. Cat vomit on the packing paper that's downstairs. So downstairs, there's some packing paper that the cats have been playing with. And Stella had some playtime on the packing paper this morning. She enjoys laying on it and playing on it. And my first thought was that maybe Stella vomited like after I played with her, because I don't really like playing with the cats right after they eat. And they ate their breakfast and Boo was still eating his. And that's when I was playing with Stella a little bit. After I got done playing with her, I came upstairs and then I left the house because I needed to run a few errands. And I just came back maybe like 10, 15 minutes ago. And then I went downstairs and I found that. So I'm happy that the majority of the vomit, let's say 2/3 of it, is on the packing paper. I still need to, clean up underneath it because it kind of soaked through, which is, not pleasant to think about. So the first thing I did was I looked at the security camera footage to see if maybe the security camera caught the culprit, and it did. So maybe around 11:30 this morning, Simba went running down the stairs. Sometimes if Simba doesn't feel good, if he has an upset stomach, he will run downstairs and get sick down there. So that's what he did. He ran down the stairs and he walked over to the packing paper and he proceeded to vomit on the packing paper. And he wasn't like hacking or anything. It was just a few of the pumping regurgitation sounds, and then up came the food. So I don't know if he ate too much food or he ate too quickly or what's going on with him. So the last time he vomited was about a week ago on Mother's Day. And he was fine all week. And right now we just had some playtime in the hallway with the new toys. So he seems to be fine. He's not lethargic or anything. He's probably just hungry because he doesn't have any food in his stomach, but that's okay. I'm going to get a squeeze up or a churu and see if he wants it. So today for breakfast, the cats had primal raw chicken and salmon nuggets. And sometimes Simba goes crazy over those nuggets. And I remember watching Splash eat his food really fast and then try to eat some of Stella's food. And Stella let him eat the food, and I remember Simba eating his food pretty quickly also. The cats really like the primal nuggets. And they each had about a nugget and a half this morning. Simba, you gotta eat slower. You gotta calm down when you eat, and you have to eat slower. I should also mention that about 10 minutes prior to them eating their breakfast, they had a crunchy hunt here in the living room on their play rug. So I was sitting on the sofa and I was just throwing some Temptations cat treats at the play rug, and they were having such a good time hunting those treats. They didn't get a lot of them. I only tossed out, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 treats total. And it was Boo, Simba, Splash, and Stella. So all four of the cats had fun hunting the treats. They were running around hunting the treats. But it could be that maybe eating the dry cat food before eating the meal upsets his stomach. So about a week and a half ago, when Grandma and Grandpa Farrell were here, the cats had some crunchies first, and then they had their dinner like an hour or an hour and a half later. And then I remember one of the cats had an upset stomach after that. I'll have to look it up and see who that was. But this would be the second time where the cats had some dry cat food or some cat treats, and then they had a meal following that, and then they had an upset stomach. So Simba's under observation, but he seems to be fine. Okay, Simba, you did good. You did good. I'm gonna give Boo a little bit because he's here looking for some, okay? Sorry, Boo, you got some on your nose. Good job. It is 9:11 a.m. Hello, Boo. And I'm just about to feed the cats breakfast, but I wanted to say a quick thank you, hey Simba, to everyone who sent Petco gift cards to the cats. I was in a Petco last night. I picked up 4 boxes of cat litter. So this cat litter should last the cats about a month. It's 12:15 p.m. and Simba and Stella are taking a nap on the bed. And here's Splash. He's in the living room. And this is very unlike him to be in the living room right now because normally he would be up in the penthouse taking a nap. Or maybe he'd be downstairs taking a nap. And I was like, why is Splash over here? Let me show you why he's here. See this? So this is a new pillow. I got it a few weeks ago. I have not taken the tags off of it yet. Anyone who's watched this channel for a long time knows that I kind of like to keep tags on things. I don't know why, but for some reason I'm too lazy to take the tags off and they don't bother me. Some people are really bothered by having price tags on things, but they don't bother me. But I guess they bothered Splash because look what happened here. One of the cats removed the price tag and the other tag from the pillow. So I guess they're telling me they want me to take the tags off the pillow. Hello, Boo. So I just looked at the security camera footage and I wanted to see when Splash did this. And I have to apologize to Splash because Splash was merely doing his job. Splash's job is to protect the furniture, which is why he was sitting here near this furniture. Simba was the culprit. So what Simba did was he laid down on this pillow because it's a really comfortable pillow. That's why it's squashed down like that. And as he was laying down on the pillow, he was destroying the tag. Now, when I first saw it, my first thought was Simba did it because Simba likes to destroy the price tags. You know, Simba likes to reverse engineer everything. But because Splashy was sitting near it, that's why I thought maybe Splash did it. But I should have remembered that Splash's job is to protect the furniture. So maybe he caught Simba in the act and he was like, Simba, stop doing that. And then he was here to protect what's left of it. Right, Boo? How you doing, Boo? Boo says he doesn't care. He just wants pets. Okay, Boo, I'll give you some pets. See, there's still a tag left with a whole bunch of tooth marks in it. Look at what's going on in here. It is 5:35 p.m. I've been outside for at least an hour scrubbing litter boxes. So right now I have scrubbed 1, 2, 3, 4. I've scrubbed 4 litter boxes with 1 more to go. I had no idea that I had an audience, but it seems that I do. Stella and Simba have been watching me from this window. It's a beautiful day. This morning was very foggy and gray and overcast and kind of wet, but that cleared up a few hours ago. And now it's a beautiful day. I'm hoping tomorrow is also. It's 10:45 p.m. and here's Boo. He's laying on the couch. And it's kind of weird because he normally doesn't lay here. I'm like, Boo, what are you doing? Why are you laying here? And then I found out why. Look who's there. It's Stella. So Stella's laying on the floor here. And Boo's laying on the sofa there. So I guess Boo just wants to be near Stella. Either that or Boo found a cool spot. I don't know. Usually in the summertime, Stella likes to lay in this location because I guess it has good airflow. I guess maybe it's cooler. Yeah, normally the cats don't lay on the sofa where Boo is right now. But earlier today, Stella was laying on the sofa exactly where Boo is. So, I don't know what's going on. Good night, Boo. Good night, Stella. It's 8:30 a.m. and the cats are nervous because the landscapers are here. Here's Stella. She's more nosy than nervous. She wants to see what's going on outside. All the windows in the house are open this morning. I even put the attic fan on this morning to draw some of the cooler outside air into the house. And one thing that I've noticed is that if you get ridge vents put into your roof, which is like the standard thing now, whenever someone gets a new roof, the roofers put in ridge vents. Ridge vents will decrease the efficiency of an attic fan, meaning the airflow coming into the windows from the attic fan being on is not as strong as it was before the ridge vents were put in. And that makes sense because if you have a bunch of vents up in your roof, like in the attic area, and then you have an attic fan pulling air through there, it's going to pull air from the ridge vents as well as air from the windows, and it's not going to pull as much air from the windows because it's also pulling air from the ridge vents, if that makes any sense. So that's one thing that I noticed, which I'm not too happy about because I use my attic fan more than I use air conditioning. So even though it did pull in some of the cooler air into the house, it did not pull in as much as it would have in the past, and it did not pull it in as fast as it would have in the past. You're okay, Stella. It's okay. It's just noise, okay? It's just noise. It is 6:45 p.m. There are 3 cats here waiting for dinner, and they're each laying on some form of fake grass. So Stella is relaxing on the hunting box, and Simba is relaxing on the scratch and roll, and Boo is relaxing on the square of fake grass. Are you guys hungry? You want dinner? Stella says she's ready for dinner. You ready? Okay. So today we were supposed to get some really bad thunderstorms this afternoon. And the weather forecast was completely wrong because all we got was some scattered showers. That was it. It would be like sunny, and then all of a sudden we'd have a shower pass through, and then it would be sunny again, then we'd have a shower pass through. It was kind of strange, but we didn't get any of the severe thunderstorms that were forecast. Stella's not too happy about that because I shut all the windows. Normally the windows would be wide open, but because we were supposed to get storms, I had to shut all the windows. Boo, you hungry? Boo, you want some dinner? Simba, you hungry? You want dinner? Hello, Splash. It is 9:45 p.m. and the cats are having some crunchies. They always eat their crunchies in the exact same like position with regards to each other. Like Boo's always here, next is Simba, next is Stella, and next is Splash. It's always in this order. They never change it up. And when I serve them the crunchies, Boo has to eat first, followed by Stella, followed by Simba, followed by Splash. And because Splash gets his last, when I give them more, then I reverse it. So before they finish what they had, then I give Splash some more, Simba some more, Stella and Boo. So they had about 2 tablespoons of crunchies. It's about 10:30 a.m. I'm in my greenhouse, and this is the catnip plant that I bought for Stella for Mother's Day. I moved it out here because I didn't want the cats gorging on it, and I can, portion it out for them, give them a little bit at a time, and also I wanted to see how it would do in the greenhouse. So it's been doing pretty well here. And this is one of my previous catnip plants that was having issues with the leaves, but the newer leaves on here seem to be doing okay. And this is my other catnip plant that I had cut back because, you could see the leaves. There's like a lot of white stuff on the leaves. I'm not sure exactly what that was. So I cut it down, and I wanted to see how it would regrow. And it looks like the regrowth still has some issues with like white spots and stuff. But let me show you what I just found this morning. So I have a bunch of flower pots that I've not planted anything in yet. In this one, you could see that there's some random maple trees growing, and there's some weeds, and this one has some random portulacas growing. And look at this one. Look at that catnip plant. This is wild catnip growing. Look how big it is. It's doing really, really good here. I have not touched it. I did not plant it. Even though it looked like catnip, I wasn't even sure if it was catnip at first, but then I used one of those plant identification apps, and sure enough, it's catnip. So it's kind of interesting how seeds disperse and, what just happens to grow randomly where. Like up there, there's another portulaca growing, and I don't even know what these are, what kind of seeds are growing there. I didn't plant anything in here. Oh, look, there's a bunch more portulaca growing. And here are the irises. They're in bloom right now. It is 6 p.m. Here's Boo. Hello, Boo. How you doing? I'm just about to leave and go to Costco. I haven't been there in a very long time. And I need to buy some chicken or some raw meat for the cats. I need to make their homemade raw food in a few days. I have enough left to last a few days, so I need to go pick up some ingredients. Here's Stella. So I already have some of the chicken livers and chicken hearts. So I really just need to buy maybe some chicken thighs, maybe some breast meat. I got to see what they have. Maybe I'll buy some turkey breast meat to change things up. Again, I have to see what they have. Maybe I'll just get chicken. So what I've learned recently is that the best time to go to Costco is Monday evening or Tuesday evening. It's supposed to be the least busy time to go there. So that's what I'm hoping. They're only open until about 8:30. If I leave now, I'll probably get there around 6:20, maybe 6:30, depending on traffic. They're not really close. There's one Costco that's closer to me, but it's only a business Costco. So it doesn't sell a lot of the stuff that regular Costco has. It mainly just sells food, beverages, and restaurant supply stuff. And a regular Costco has a much bigger variety of stuff. So I plan to look around and see what else they have. All right, Boo? But my main goal is to get some raw chicken or raw meat for the cat food. I'll be back. You'll be a good boy. When I come back, you guys will eat, okay? I have their food defrosting now. All right, you guys be buddies. You guys be buddies. It's about 8 p.m. and I just got back from Costco a few minutes ago. I got 10 pounds of raw chicken for the cats. So I got these raw organic chicken thighs. This is 5 pounds, and these were about $28. And I also got these organic chicken drumsticks. This is about 5 pounds also, and these were $10. I should mention that the chicken thighs are boneless and skinless, but I do already have 5 pounds of frozen chicken thighs downstairs, and those have the bone in them and the skin on them. So when I combine the 5 pounds that I have in the freezer downstairs with both of these, that makes about 15 pounds of food. When I add the organ meats, it'll be around 16 pounds of food. Then I usually end up adding some supplements and everything, so it'll be about 16.5 to 17 pounds of food. So that should take care of the cats for probably like a month. I've been making raw food for them once a month now. So these are going to go in the fridge. I'm going to take the frozen chicken thighs out and let them defrost in the fridge, and then probably I don't think I'll make the raw food tomorrow. I'll probably make it the day after tomorrow. It's about 9:30 p.m. and the cats have their crunchy mice. These are their little mouse toys that you put crunchies in, and then they have to get the crunchies out. And they're all doing a really good job except for Simba. Simba's just sitting there with his mouse. He's not eating any of the crunchies that are inside of it. Here's Boo. Boo moved over here. And Stella's getting crunchies out. Splash is getting crunchies out. And Simba's just sitting with his. I wonder why. I just reminded him how to get them out. Stella, you done with yours already? Stella, did you finish all yours? You still got a whole bunch in there. Boo just smacks Simba because he wants Simba's mouse. You have your own mouse, Boo. Splash is having a good time. And Stella's being lazy about it. She's the only one laying down. And Simba kind of gave up on his. Boo's trying to steal Simba's. Boo, you still got a few more crunchies in yours. Simba, you need some help over there? We have to remember that when the cats were living outside, Splash used to love hunting mice. I have that video posted of Splash catching a mouse and eating a mouse. It's one of the popular videos on this channel, so Splash loves hunting mice. Stella used to enjoy it also, and so did Boo, but Simba never really liked it. Simba's a bug hunter. He says maybe if it looked like a bug, he'd be more happy with it. It's 7:20 a.m. Remember those squares of colored fabric that were on the bed? Yeah, this is what the cats have done to them. They all need to be washed because they're full of cat hair. And the cats now like to bunch them up. I think they like to play with them. Right, Stella? They think they're a toy. There's actually a pom-pom there to the left of Stella. Good morning, Stella. Did you sleep well? Here's Simba. Simba's smelling the air in this window. I don't see any birds out there, Simba. It's 7:45 a.m. and the cats are getting brushed. It's very important to brush cats every day in the springtime because this is when they shed a lot, right, Stella? She's shedding her winter coat. So I don't want cat hair all over the house, so I make sure to brush them at least once a day, right, Stella? Stella's a little mad because they didn't get brushed yesterday. I was kind of busy. I thought I was going to brush them last night, and I forgot about it. So they're getting brushed today. They've been getting brushed in the morning, and then they get brushed at night again. Look at all the cat hair that came off of Stella. And here's Simba. Simba's going to be brushed now also. These two do the majority of the shedding because they have so much hair. You have so much fur, Simba. Then Splash would probably be next, and then followed by Boo. So the one very nice thing about like COVID, when things were kind of shut down, was that there were less planes flying. It was so nice not to constantly have like airplane noise in the background. But I think now, because of everything that's been going on, there's more planes than ever. I think more people don't want to fly commercial, and they're flying on private or chartered planes. And a lot of the plane noise that you hear is not from a like major metropolitan airport. It's from a local airport that is a lot of private and chartered flights. I think that's, I think you call it chartered flights. There might be another term for it. But I used to know people that were involved in catering for the airport, for the flights. That was their business. They would strictly do like in-flight catering. They would get orders for, you know, all different platters of food for different flights. It's kind of interesting what people would order. Boo, you gonna get brushed? You gonna get brushed today, Boo? Where you been? Where have you been, Boo? When I brush Boo, this is how much comes off in the brush. Very big difference between him and Stella and Simba. It's 8:50 a.m. right now, and Boo's finishing his breakfast here. And Stella's waiting for him to finish so she could swoop in and eat whatever is left. So today was weigh day for the cats, and Stella got weighed and Simba got weighed, and Boo refused to get weighed. He actually attacked my hand when I tried to pick him up. So I wasn't very happy with that at all. And Simba lost 0.2 pounds. So that was really good for Simba. And Stella stayed the same. So Stella has been the exact same weight now for about a month, every week that I've been weighing the cats. And this is the first week that Simba actually lost 0.2 pounds. So we'll see what happens next week. It's 10:10 a.m. and the white duvet cover that I keep on the bed is in the wash right now. And I'm just about to put the fabric squares, the colored fabric squares, into the wash also. And I realized that I had 3 more. So I just put the purple, the blue, and the orange on the bed. And so far none of the cats are laying on them, but that's fine. I literally just put them on the bed. So we'll see if they use any of them. It's 12 p.m. and I just got the duvet cover out of the dryer. It's back on the bed. And I put the 3 new colors on the bed, and Stella has chosen purple. Simba's taking a nap here on top of the sofa cushion. You want to look outside, Simba? I just opened the curtain for you. It's about 11 p.m. We're getting ready for bed, and Stella's been on purple almost all day. Every time Stella jumps on the bed today, she's on purple. And here's Simba. It is 7:45 a.m. Good morning, Stella. Stella was laying on my legs. I just got out of the shower, and now she's laying on my shower towel. And here's Simba. Simba's just about to jump on the bed. You gonna jump on the bed? The window's open. So usually this is Simba's route. Instead of going straight to the cat tower, he first comes to the bed. Then from the bed, he jumps to the cat tower. Okay, maybe not. So anyway, here's Stella. And here are some pet wipes, because I thought maybe Stella would like a little spa treatment. Simba's back. Oh, maybe he heard the bag. It could be he heard the bag. Maybe he thinks they're treats. Or maybe he wants to be wiped. Yeah, he's looking. He says, what is that? I hear a bag. You want to be wiped, Simba? Simba does not like anything with a fragrance at all. So I knew he wouldn't like these. These are not the unscented. Stella, you don't want to be wiped? Oh. There you go, Stella. It's refreshing, right? You look lovely. Here's Boo. Boo, you want to be wiped? Want to be wiped? Want a pet wipe? It's 10:36 a.m. and look at Boo. He's on orange. You look handsome on orange, Boo. But it makes you look like a Halloween cat. It's 11:52 a.m. Boo is still laying on the orange square, and there's Stella. And it's a perfect day to take a nap all day. It's raining, it's cold, it's gray, it's cloudy. So the cats have the right idea today. It's 1:23 p.m. We're up to 3 cats on the bed. Boo has not moved. Stella has not moved. Simba has joined them. It's 4:30 p.m. and I just started making a batch of homemade raw food for the cats. So in this bowl here, I have 5 pounds worth of boneless, skinless chicken thighs. I've put them through the grinder on a very coarse grind, so they are larger pieces. What I will do is I will mix some or all of those larger chunks in with the rest of the food that I make, so the cats have a variety of textures. Some of the food is smoother and some is chunkier. And so now I have to grind up 10 more pounds of meat. I have to grind up the drumsticks and the other thighs that have the skin on and the bone in. And here's Stella. As soon as she hears the meat grinder go on, then she likes to visit me because she thinks she's gonna get some food to eat, right, Stella? Stella likes to be the first cat to taste the food. She's the taste tester. Right, Stella? Okay. But you gotta stay out from under my feet right now. Let me finish the food. When the food is all finished and mixed, then you can try it, okay? All right, Stella. Want to sit on a chair? Here. Come here, Stella. Sit on the chair. Stella! What I normally have to do is move this chair away from the table, and then she'll come up and she'll sit on the chair. And at least it won't be like right on top of the table where she will annoy me. Oh, here's Boo. All the cats are awake now. Look at this. Kissy, kissy. Yeah, because sometimes what she'll do is, if the chair is very close to the table, every time I turn my back or if I walk out of the room for whatever reason, she'll then try to get up on the table and eat right out of the bowls or this big tray that I'm making stuff in. So Stella, just chill out, okay? Just chill out. It's 4:45 p.m. and this is what's going on here. So I'm trying to prep the rest of the raw chicken so I could put it in the grinder, and I have an audience here. I have Stella on the chair watching me, and I have Boo on the floor watching me. What's the matter, guys? You're excited to get new food? You're excited that I'm making new food? Okay. I gave them each a piece of raw chicken on a little crunchy plate. And Stella does not want hers. She just wants to be nosy and see what I'm doing and supervise me to make sure I'm doing everything the right way. Boo, on the other hand, wants a snack. So he's eating his piece of chicken. I'll give him Stella's piece of chicken also. I gave him like a 1-inch chunk of chicken, so there's some good chewing involved with that. And this is why I put some larger chunks in the food when I make it, so their teeth get a good workout. Are you gonna go for the other piece? Boo's usually the only one that'll eat chunks of raw meat like this. Sometimes Splash or Simba will, but for the most part, no, they wait until the food's done. But Boo tends to like just chunks of plain raw meat. So on the left, we have the 5 pounds of chicken thighs that had the skin on and the bone in. I removed probably around 75% of the skin because there's still a lot of fat in chicken thighs, and the cats don't need all that fat, especially if they are trying to lose a little bit of weight. But you can see there's a color difference between the boneless, skinless chicken thighs on the right and the bone-in chicken thighs on the left. The ground chicken on the left is a lot redder because it has the ground up bone and the ground up bone marrow. So the cats are getting all the additional nutrients of the ground up bone and the ground up bone marrow. That's why it's very important when making homemade raw food for cats to definitely get a grinder that can handle grinding bone. You want the cats to get all of those nutrients because when cats are living outside in nature and they're killing their prey, they're eating the whole prey. They're eating bones and everything, whether it's a mouse or a bird or what. They're crunching on those bones. So I give the cats a little bit of the ground chicken with the bones in it, and Stella ate what was up here, and Boo ate some of it, and now Stella's gonna eat some of it. So Stella really likes it when it's ground up with the bone, and Boo really just likes chunks of meat. It's 5 p.m. right now, and on the left right here, you can see the ground up chicken drumsticks. So it's 5 pounds of ground up chicken drumsticks. You can see the color is much darker than the thigh meat. Chicken drumsticks have a higher percentage of bone in them. It's about 5:30 p.m. right now, and without fail, every time that I make homemade raw food for the cats, it's like I get a million phone calls and different distractions that come up. So here is 10 pounds of the ground meat after it was put through the finer grinder. Also in the bottom is the ground hearts and chicken livers. I have to mix all of this together. Then I'm gonna add various supplements to it. This is what the raw food looks like after it has all been mixed together. And what I do is I scoop it out onto these cookie sheets. First, I put some parchment paper down on the cookie sheets. Then I scoop out the raw food, and these are about 1 ounce scoops. And these go into the freezer, and I have a mini freezer downstairs where I can freeze 3 of these sheets. And in my freezer here in the kitchen above my refrigerator, I could freeze another 2 sheets. So I could do a total of 5 sheets at one time. Any leftover meat goes in the refrigerator. And then once the other sheets have frozen, then I could freeze more sheets. And after these are frozen, what I do is I take them off the cookie sheets and I put them in a Ziploc bag and I label the bag and I keep the bags in the freezer. So when the cats are eating 1 meal a day of homemade raw food, there's 4 cats, so they're usually eating 5 or 6 of these scoops per meal. So this one tray will last on average about a week. And then one day the cats get fish from a can. So they'll get like some canned sardines or some canned salmon, something like that. So if I'm able to make 5 trays of homemade raw food today, that'll last about 5 weeks on average. So I'm outside in my yard. I just took the garbage out and I wanted to show you something. So this year, everything is completely overgrown. It's not even June yet and everything is overgrown. Yesterday, I did a bunch of trimming here on the side of the driveway. And look at this, see this? That's Ditto's den. Ditto used to like to lay in there. It's 9 p.m. I was just outside, I had to move my car. And then all of a sudden, an ambulance pulled up. They have their lights on. I don't know what's going on outside. It's an ambulance and a fire truck. I don't know what house they're at or why. It's really strange. It's about 1:30 p.m. right now, and I just got back from running a whole bunch of errands today. One of the places that I went was a local pet food store, and I bought the commercial raw food for the month for the cats. So they got a bag of the Primal chicken and salmon nuggets and also the Primal turkey and sardine nuggets. We just finished last month's bags a few days ago. So these are going to go in the freezer and they should last until next month. I still have most of the Nature's Variety instant raw bites that I bought last month, so I need to rotate those in more. These I've been rotating pretty much on a daily basis. So one day for breakfast, the cats will get chicken and salmon. The next day they'll get turkey and sardine. And then for dinner is when they get the homemade raw food. So they've been getting like half commercial raw and then half homemade raw. I also bought these. So this is a new product that I've never seen before. It's never been in any of the stores around here. This is Boss Cat Complete and Balanced Frozen Raw Entrees for Cats. They had 2 flavors. So they had the Boss Chicken recipe and the Boss Turkey recipe. And these are 1-pound containers. So 16 ounces in each container. And these were really pricey. These were $15.99 per pound. So each one of these was $15.99. I bought them so the cats could try them to see if the cats like them, to just basically check them out, see what they're about. I actually kind of like this packaging. It's almost like a pint of ice cream. It's a paper container versus like a plastic bag. I'm actually kind of wondering if I got some kind of containers like this for my homemade raw food, if that would be a good way to store it in the freezer versus doing all the scoops. They also had a smaller size. The smaller size was 8 ounces. It was smaller than this. But to be honest, the cats could go through one of these in like a full day. If I fed this to the cats for breakfast and dinner, considering I'm feeding 4 cats, this could potentially just be one day for them. So right now, this is just for them to try. And then I also bought 8 cans of the Earthborn Holistic Harbor Harvest. So this is the cat's favorite fishy food. They had some of this for breakfast this morning. So I gave them 1 can of this, which I split 4 ways. Then they had a can of the Wholehearted Tuna Pate, which I split 4 ways also. Nobody ate the tuna pate. They all loved this. So I picked up 8 more cans because the cats have fish from a can once a week, and they each get half a can per meal. So this will last about 4 weeks, and this would be either their breakfast or their dinner, and I would rotate it with another fishy food. And so this is everything that I picked up for the cats today. This is my pet food haul for the month. And I'd like to thank all the patrons of this channel. Thank you guys for your generous support. I use the funds from the Patreon account to pay for this food for the cats. So thank you guys very much. I would like to give a shout out to April, C.R. Barboni, and Debbie Kirby. Thank you so much for your patronage and your generous support. It's 1 p.m. and Simba's taking a nap on the cat tower in Boo's room. And it is 94 degrees out today, right now. I looked at the temperature maybe a half hour ago and it said it was like 82 degrees. So I thought I'd have some lunch and then I'd go outside and do some yard work, you know, get rid of some weeds, maybe trim some hedges. And then I just finished lunch and I looked at the thermometer again and it's 94. Here's Stella, she's taking a nap on the bed. That's her favorite spot. So what I just did was I went around and I shut all the windows. I had the windows wide open all morning. And right now it's very cool in the house. It's only like 75 degrees in the house and it feels very cool. So what I'm hoping is we could keep the cool air in the house for a while and maybe not have to turn the central air on today. It's just an experiment because this is going to be the first really hot day with the new roof. Usually this house stays pretty cool, but with the new darker roof, it's probably going to get a bit hotter. So right now it's 1 p.m. and we'll see if it gets unbearably hot or how much hotter the inside of the house is going to get now that all the windows are shut and I'm keeping the cool air in. It's 1:50 p.m. right now, and here's Boo. He's taking a nap over here in his office. I was just outside doing some yard work. It is now over 100 degrees in the shade. So it has gotten really hot really fast. So I'm calling it a day as far as outside activities go. This morning, I went for a 6-mile bike ride. It was very nice, but it wasn't really warm yet. It was only like 72 degrees out. So I got that in early. And I didn't think it would warm up this quickly because the forecast said that like around 3 to 5 p.m. it would start to get really hot, but it got really hot sooner. So it's still nice and cool inside. So I'm going to do some inside activities the rest of the day. It's about 5 p.m. There's Simba, there's Stella, and it's just starting to get hot in the house now. It's 79, so I turned the air on, the central air. So hopefully it'll cool down the house a little bit. And I was gonna go sit outside for a little while about an hour ago. And instead of sitting outside, I sat down on the day sofa. And then I laid down on the day sofa. And then it was so comfortable, I ended up taking a nap. It is about 9 a.m. right now. And it's time to brush the cats. And I just brushed Splash. He's in Boo's room right now, or the recovery room, or Ditto's room. And I had to kind of corner him, and he let me brush him, right, Simba? He wasn't too happy about it, but after I started, he was fine with it. Simba's getting brushed now, and then Boo and Stella are gonna get brushed next. Simba loves being brushed, right, Simba? So today's going to be another very, very hot day. Yesterday, we had a heat alert and an air quality advisory, if that's what they call it. Supposedly, the air quality was really bad because it's so polluted around here because, you know, we're so close to New York City. And so if I want to do anything outside today, I got to get out there early before noon, right, Simba? And the noise in the background is the attic fan. I have it on. It's drawing cool air into the house, which is what I did yesterday. And then I shut all the windows, kept the cool air in. And I did not have to put the AC on until about 5 p.m. And then it just got too warm inside. And then I had the air on for only a little while because it cooled it off really, really fast. So I'm really happy that the new roof is not making the house much hotter in the warm weather than the lighter roof did. And I'm sure the ridge vents on the roof are helping because the old roof did not have the ridge vents. So it gives the hot air in the attic a chance to escape, which seems to be working nicely. Right, Simba? Okay, you done? So that's how much cat hair I get off of Simba. And here's Boo. Good morning, Boo. Boo is watching birds out of the window this morning. Boo likes to walk around when he gets brushed. Boo does not like to just be in one place when he gets brushed. He likes to rub himself on his arches. Good job, Boo. You're doing good. And this is how much cat hair I get off of Boo. It's noticeably less than I get off of Simba or Stella, and that's because Boo has much thinner fur than they do. Hello, Stella. It's your turn. Your turn to be brushed. You okay? Sometimes Stella likes to move around when she's being brushed also. All right, Stella? So I've gone back to brushing the cats in the morning. Sometimes they also get brushed at night, but they seem to like getting brushed in the morning because it becomes part of like their daily routine. They like looking nice for their day, right, Stella? And this is all the cat hair I got off Stella. A lot of hair, just like Simba. So Boo has been getting the Wellness chicken and herring pate. This is a can of the turkey and salmon pate. I opened this can yesterday because I thought Boo would like it as a change because he's been having chicken and herring, and I had a few cans of this. So I gave this to him, and I gave a little bit to the other cats along with their raw food. Boo went crazy over this. Like, he just gorged himself on it, and then he went to everyone else's plate, and I'm pretty sure he finished all of this food that was on the other plates. I only put like a teaspoon of it on the other plates just so they have a little bit of it, so they don't feel like Boo gets special treatment or anything. So after that happened, then I walked into this room a little while later. See that dark spot on the rug? Yeah, that's where there was some vomit and I had to clean it up. See that dark spot on the rug? That's where there was a lot of vomit and I had to clean it up. It's still wet from the Nature's Miracle spray that I use on it, but I was really not happy about that. But to be totally honest, when I saw how Boo was eating this, it was like a red flag. It was like, uh-oh, he likes it too much. He's eating it too fast. He's gonna eat too much because he's gonna steal everyone else's food and it could be a problem. And that's exactly what happened. But at least I know there's another flavor of food that Boo really, really likes. So far, the Wellness pate has been a hit with the chicken and herring flavor and also the turkey and salmon flavor. I do have one or two other flavors in my stockpile downstairs. The only one that the cats didn't like, there's one that I think it's like chicken and lobster. It's the one with lobster in it. They didn't like that one. Thank you for watching this Lucky Ferals video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like me to post more videos, and please make sure to check out these other videos that were selected especially for you.